Right, let's go and see what is left of the Mary Rose. So I visited Mary Rose quite a few years ago, maybe about 25 years ago, and it was all being sprayed with all those chemicals to keep it all preserved. I don't think it's being sprayed anymore, so we'll go and find out.
Our story began. In 1545, a disaster struck the Mary Rose, and she sank in the Solent, only a few miles from where you're now standing. She lay undiscovered for hundreds of years, entombed in the seabed, until her wreck was finally located by a group of divers in 1971. After years of careful planning, on a cold, wet day in October 1982, the hull of the Mary Rose was raised from the seabed that had protected the ship and its contents for over 437 years. This transition from obscurity to fame was witnessed by a global television audience of over 60 million people. Perhaps you were one of them.
I was.
I certainly was. Today, the Mary Rose and her thousands of artefacts provide a unique insight into life on board a Tudor warship.
Come closer. I have much to tell. I was near 18 when I came to the throne. Yes.
This is a very cool exhibit. None of this was here when I was last here. That's a big gun. So is it like interactive screens?
Yes.
Can I hold a dinosaur?
Henry?
Can I hold a dinosaur?
Wait a minute, we need to decide.
So apparently that plate belonged to the captain, and they can tell by the initials GC stamped on it for George Carew. Pretty cool. And that's his plate over there. Awesome. Nice hat, Andrew. Very cool. Look at you. That's awesome. So these are the largest fragments of rope. Surviving. These fragments of rope are the largest surviving pieces of the netting that was stretched above the open upper decks of the Mary Rose. The purpose is to make it difficult for the enemy to board the ship easily. Huh. Gosh. There she is. Is there a rudder? Very difficult to pick up in the light, or lack of light.
No, I think it's.
Oh, there we go. That's a little bit brighter. They've just turned the lights on.
Sending the flipping over.
Yeah.
It probably turned around.
It's quite remarkable.
Because it's probably.
Some of the objects recovered. Cannon. tools by the look of it, a bit blurry. That's better. Oh, gosh. Gosh, there she is. 500-year-old warship. So this would have been the section of ship under the sand, because everything that was exposed to the sea would have rotted away over such a long period of time. That's pretty amazing. Look at that. I think that Henry VIII probably walked around there. Not that he captained it, but if this was his navy's flagship, he probably would have gone on it at some point. Right down to the lower timbers there, bottom of the hull. That's amazing. Oh, the light's gone out. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen? Not sure what's happening, but it's pretty cool. Tudor history sitting right there. That's amazing. I just find that fascinating to think that someone would have poured a drink from that all that time ago. Some sort of sea chest. Backgammon said, that's amazing. That is amazing. It states here that only some of the counters survived, which is fair enough. I think the fact that 5 survived is amazing. That just blows my mind. The Mary Rose dog. Skeleton was found just by the entrance of the master carpenter's cabin. He was a healthy young male between 1.5 and 2 years. Huh. Well, there you go. The Mary Rose dog. So this is possibly the face of the carpenter. It's a reconstruction of the face of a man found on the orlop deck immediately below the master carpenter's cabin. A number of tools were found by him. A shoe. Carpenter's tools. Wow. So here's the handle of a saw. They've reconstructed the saw, they've put a new saw on it. But that's what it would have looked like. It's amazing. Back around now to the ship. See outside view of it. From what I can film of it anyway. There is literally so much here to film. I don't think I'll ever get it all, but it is amazing. Trust me, this is an amazing museum.
Doors closing. Fascinating.
Whee!
Oh, yeah.
Method 1. Doors open. Hey, what's happening?
Hey, there we go. Cauldrons, cooking equipment, fuel and ash, bricks and mortar. Look at all this just recovered. That's amazing. By looking at this man's shoulders, apparently they can tell that he was probably an archer. So that's quite cool. They have very large arms, apparently. Well developed. And it's one of the most complete skeletons found on the wreck. That would be him. He looks a little bit surly. Maybe because he drowned. He doesn't look happy.
Characteristics of what the animal will look like, and importantly about the lineage and before and after through history. So DNA is in every cell of the body, and even bones left over 500 years is still containing DNA. And the great thing about DNA is to protect it from the bone matrix. So we need to drill the bone.
I'm loving this. This is beyond cool. Just amazing. And go right there to the bottom, to the keel. Look at that. That cross section there. I'm loving all the sound effects. I just heard a beverage being poured. I suppose relevant to the exhibits in this section here. Phenomenal. So lots of these things were found in the area of a galley, which is quite cool. Uh-oh, another skeleton. Oh, the skull. Face of the cook, they believe. Going up now.
Doors open.
It's a model of what they believed she looked like. So this is looking down on the ship now, via the stern. The face of an officer. Again, so they believe. Nice, I would totally wear those. Weapons. Piece of chest plate. I do love these reconstructions. That's very clever. So we're in an airlock because we are actually now going out into the environment, which. Look at that, look at that, wow. So that's the stern, moving toward the bow. Gosh, you can smell that wood. Ooh. You can really smell that. Some ridiculous things I think about, like all this wood were trees. And all that time ago, 500 plus years ago, that tree was cut down. I don't know, silly things like that I think of. It's fascinating. Hey, sorry about the abrupt ending to that video. We weren't exactly sure whether the Mary Rose exhibition was going to be a video in its own right. It turned out to be a video in its own right. So I hope you really enjoyed it. We enjoyed filming it. It was such a fantastic ship, I say ship, remnant of a ship to go see. So many artefacts, fantastic museum. So cheers and gone.